The group arrives on planet Namek, looking for the Dragon Balls. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like they were the only one with that idea. Frieza was able to locate them, arriving on the planet soon after they made their wishes. And even though he can't use the Dragon Balls, now he's mad, and the group's gonna have to face him somehow. But it seems Guru is able to help. Although, will it be enough to actually face Frieza? We'll be seeing all that and more in this part 4 of What If Goku Had Bardock's Foresight. Frieza could recognize Goku. He could tell that hairstyle. It's unmistakable. He looked like that other Saiyan, that one that rebelled against him so long ago. There's no doubt about it. That must be his son. That's the other one Raditz was looking for. And he heard Raditz call him brother. These two, they're both the kids of that one Saiyan that rebelled. Although, Frieza's not put off by this. He tells them they'll face the same fate as their father. They actually don't have any clue of what he's talking about. And he decides to humor them before they die. It's true. Long ago, their father tried to rebel against him. It was during Planet Vegeta's destruction as well. Of course, it was a pretty hopeless endeavor. He was destroyed alongside the planet, lost to time and forgotten with the rest of the Saiyans. Goku's pretty surprised to hear this, not knowing anything about Bardock, and not having too much of an attachment to him either. And as for Raditz, well, he kind of admires it. This doesn't anger him, it resonates with him, it empowers him. So it runs in his blood, this rebellion. He tells Frieza might have killed his father, but he didn't kill that idea. He didn't kill Bardock's drive. It lives on through Raditz and through Kakarot. Goku honestly has no clue of what Raditz is talking about, but Raditz proudly proclaims this. Even if a low-class Saiyan couldn't have defeated him then, one will now. Two of them, in fact. Thanks to Guru, their potential has been unlocked so they could face Frieza. Guru wanted them to protect Namek, and this was the way they could help. Right now, everyone is far stronger, and collectively, they might actually be able to do something against Frieza. Plus, they have an extra person there with them. Nail's there to help. If they knew Frieza was going to show up, they would have summoned one of their friends here, but it's fine. This should be more than enough. Goku, Raditz, Gohan, Tenshinhan, Krillin, and Nail all stand together, and Raditz decides to lead the charge. He tries to kill Frieza right away, showcasing his full strength, holding nothing back. And Frieza can't believe it. How is Raditz so powerful? No Saiyan should be this strong, much less a low-class one. And what's more surprising, it's not just Raditz. The other Saiyan, Goku, he's just as strong as Raditz, if not stronger. Frieza's heavily beaten in his first form. He wants to transform, but he can't. He needs to find an opening. Every time he thinks he has an opening, someone else attacks him. Even the humans, they're pretty powerful. Not enough to defeat him alone, but when helping with the group, everyone is too much for him to take on at once. But finally, he has an opening. In one hand, he charges Ki, with the Ki coalescing in each of his fingertips. He aims for the weak ones, the humans, that Namekian, and that child. With 4 fingers outstretched, a death beam is launched at each of them. Goku jumps in front, being able to defend against some of them, while Raditz defends against the others. And Raditz curses it. He shouldn't have done that. He should have just let them perish. Because now he sees, Frieza was doing that just to get an opening. And quickly, Frieza tries to gather all of his power together. Raditz can't believe it. He's going soft. But maybe this was the right move. He hasn't gotten any vision or anything that shows his death. At least, not yet. So that means they might actually make it through this. Frieza's able to transform, not even going into his second or third form. He immediately goes into his final form. To think that he has to use this, he's enraged. He can't believe it. The fact that they have that much power to force him to go into this. But he'll make them regret all of their choices up to now. It's a shame too, really. If he knew Raditz could have grown that strong, well, he would have been a great soldier for the Frieza Force. Too bad he's gonna have to die here, as well as the others. Maybe that other Saiyan would have been helpful too. No wonder Nappa and Vegeta came back so beat up. But he tells them, this fight won't be nearly as easy. They're amazed to see Frieza's final form. To think that he has a power like this, it's incredible. And now, the battle gets a lot tougher. They can't hold him off as he is. This power, it's unfathomable. And Frieza lets them out on a little secret. This is actually his final form. He skipped 2 others just for them. They suppress his power far too much. This way, he'll get to use his full strength to kill them, with nothing held back at all. He just wanted the Dragon Balls, and they got in his way. He'll make them pay for it. And first, why not target one of the stronger ones in the group, the one that slighted him the most, Raditz. He quickly whips his tail, knocking Goku far away. He stretches a hand out, launching a compressed blast of air that knocks everyone else back. Then following that up with Ki Blast towards all of them. Raditz lunges in once more, but Frieza blocks his attack. And then with his other hand, he launches a death beam. Raditz is barely able to dodge it. It hits him right in the leg. Frieza charges Ki in his hand. Let's finish off Raditz first. As his power coalesces, he winds his fist back, throwing a punch. But someone jumps in the way. It's Goku. He knocks Raditz back, and Goku takes a blow right to the head. Frieza pulls his punch at the very end, not expecting this. But all the Ki gathered in Frieza's fist, it transfers right into the attack. Goku's knocked far into the ground. A powerful blow to the head. He's disoriented, and he gets up. This blow to the head, it affected him. He can't believe Frieza's this strong. But more importantly, he's so disoriented right now, he can't focus. And the most surprising thing is, this causes a vision. This concussive attack, it activates one. And Goku's panicked. This vision, he sees Gohan dying in it. It has to be a fluke. It's just because he hit his head. Krillin asks Goku what's going on. And he tells Krillin he's fine. He's infuriated, but he controls himself. He could change its outcome. If that's actually what's going to happen, well, he could prevent it. But still, he's disoriented. He took such a powerful attack. And after seeing that, how is he supposed to keep his cool? And he can't think clearly. He's still not sure if these visions are set in stone or not. Is this something he could change? Or is this going to be like the Nappa thing, where it's bound to happen? Raditz tells Goku to calm down. They'll fix it. But then Goku has another vision. They start rapidly firing. He sees Krillin dying at the hands of Frieza. He sees Tenshinhan dying. He sees the planet exploding. The final one, it's Raditz dying, laying on the ground next to Goku. And the last thing he sees is Frieza pointing right at him, with ki charge at his fingertips as everyone watches. He needs to keep focus. These visions, they can't be true. It's just messing with his head. He flies in the battle trying to help Raditz. He needs to prevent these outcomes, and Raditz can tell. His brother's disoriented. He's agitated. But he can't let that cloud his judgment in the battle. Raditz grabs his leg in pain as Goku flies up next to him. He reminds his brother, they've changed things before. Those visions, whatever he's seeing, he can't tell what it is. But they could fix it. And he asks his brother what he sees. And Goku says he just sees everyone dying. He saw multiple outcomes, and all of them, they involved loss. He's recollected himself, and Frieza laughs. What? He couldn't take that one attack? What's he so panicked for? And that thought flashes through Goku's mind again. Gohan dying, Krillin dying, Ten dying, everyone dying. These visions, they all contradict each other. Did he just see multiple futures? That means they can't all be true. One of them, just something, it has to be fake. But one of them could be true. And amidst the fight, Raditz sees a brief flash in front of him as well. It's him lying on the ground. Goku's next to him, and a death beam goes right through Goku's chest. And he wonders, is this what Goku saw? He's focused on the fight, but he tries to get that vision back. He can't. Although he notices something about that vision, it doesn't seem too far into the future. Just as this realization hits him, Frieza backhands Raditz right into the ground. Then he swipes an arm towards the rest of the group. The ground erupts. They're all knocked back once more, hopeless to resist it. As Raditz rockets towards the ground, he then sees Goku fall towards the ground as well. Quickly, he tries to prop himself back up, launching towards Frieza. And Goku mutters to Raditz, telling him to stay back. This is what he saw too. This was the vision. This was the one that was going to come true. And it's almost like time slows down for both of them. Goku watches as Raditz jumps up, and he tries to yell out, but he can't in time. He already knows what's going to happen. Raditz is about to land an attack, but just as he does so, Frieza quickly unleashes more power, and with a single finger pointed out, a beam is launched right through Raditz, setting him spiraling towards the ground, landing right next to Goku. Goku props himself up. He sees Raditz bleeding out next to him, and he sees another vision flash. It's that same one from before. It's the exact same, but now it's here. Frieza slowly descends down laughing, mocking Goku. Yes, grieve over his brother. Had they not meddled in his plans, maybe they could have both lived. This is their own fault. And Raditz weakly chuckles. He sees what his brother saw, but he tells Goku he saw something else. The reason that he jumped in front, trying to save Goku. It wasn't a vision involving his death. It was actually something after. Raditz tries to get up, but he can't. He just looks at Frieza, telling him he's going to want to hear this too. He saw a strong and proud Saiyan warrior facing off against Frieza. And this vision, he could tell. It's happening now. He looks over to Goku, telling him to finish the job. Fight Frieza. End this now. Prevent the others from dying. And he says his last words to Goku. Become the Super Saiyan. There's another blast from Frieza. The ground erupts, and Raditz is decimated. And Frieza lands, standing where Raditz once was. He sees the rest of the group, behind Goku, injured and barely able to stand up. Frieza mocks Goku once more. Seems like they both were going crazy. First, Goku with whatever visions he was having, and now Raditz, saying that apparently the Super Saiyan was here. Doesn't seem like there's any Super Saiyan around right now. Frieza's already won this battle. It's just about time to put the Saiyan out of his misery. Once more, he points a finger at Goku, launching a death beam. But just as it's about to hit, Goku yells. A fierce aura surrounds him, and the beam disintegrates from him. His hair starts flowing, and he looks over to the rest of the group. He tells them they need to leave now. Krillin's still concerned, same for all the others. Goku's still not thinking clearly. He needs to fight with them here. There's no way he's gonna fight Frieza alone, but Goku tells him not to worry. He's thinking more clearly than ever right now, thanks to what Raditz told him. He assures them once again, it's going to be okay. His aura flares up once more as his hair turns golden, and his eyes change color. Frieza's taken aback. It can't be. Goku stands there triumphantly. He's become the Super Saiyan. And surprisingly, he's pretty cool-headed and collected. He may have seen multiple outcomes, and Raditz did too, but he doesn't feel disoriented anymore. Those outcomes, they're not gonna happen. The only one that happened was Raditz dying, but Raditz saw his own outcome, the one of Goku defeating Frieza. The rage he feels from seeing his friends die, from seeing his son die. Regardless of if they actually happen or not, he still saw it, and he needs to prevent it. That anger fueled him, allowing him to transform. And Raditz was the tipping point. He hadn't known Raditz for long, nor the Saiyans, but he could tell. His brother was different from the others. Raditz has taught him a lot in their short time together, and Goku will make Frieza pay for that, protecting everyone else that he loves in the process. And as much as he would love to fight Frieza at his full power, he can't. He knows he has to finish this. As a Saiyan, he loves battle. He wants to fight him. And briefly, they do battle, with Frieza at his full power now, seeing no other option. But Goku knows he has to end this. He can't enjoy the fight. he needs to prevent everything else bad from happening. The others have made it back to the ship, hoping that Goku's okay. And in the distance, they see a brilliant blue beam of light as Goku fires a Kamehameha, launching Frieza out into space, disintegrating, with nothing left either. As Goku finishes firing the blast, he calms down, de-transforming, going back into his base. And he looks around him. The planet, it's calm, and he can sense it. His friends are still safe. And Frieza, he's gone. Goku goes over to the ship, with everyone elated to see that he's okay. And now it's time for them to head home once more. They arrive home not too long after, and Goku knows what he wants to do immediately when he gets back. And he's been thinking of this, a way to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, or rather, revive 2 people with 1 wish. Kami's already gathered the Dragon Balls, and Goku's able to make the wish. He asks Shenron to revive those killed by Frieza and his men recently. And he hopes this will work. This way, it should revive Yajirobe, because he technically was killed by one of Frieza's men. And thankfully, the wish works as intended. This also considers Raditz. He's no longer considered one of Frieza's men, and he was killed by Frieza himself. He's brought back by this too. And he's elated. This is exactly what he wanted. Everyone's brought back to life. Piccolo, Yamcha, Chaozu, Kami, Yajirobe, and even Raditz. Although, there is something that they didn't consider. When Shenron leaves, they realize Raditz didn't come back here. Surprisingly, it seems like he was brought back on Namek. There was no body for them to bring back because Raditz was just completely decimated by Frieza. And they thought he'd at least revive an Otherworld or something, but no, he came back on Namek. And they know this because they hear someone talking to them. An Otherworld. It's a guy named King Kai. He met some of the others when they got transported here. They did need something to do while dead after all, so they passed Snake Way and came to see him. And he's glad to be acquainted with these other people, especially the one who killed Frieza. And because of that, he does a little favor, telling them that Raditz is actually still on Namek. And back on Namek, Raditz is just as surprised. He can't believe it. He was brought back to life. And briefly, he knew that he was sent to hell actually. But now he's here, back in the living world. He has another chance. And the planet, there's destruction around. But more Namekians come out of their hiding, and Raditz looks around. There's no Frieza in sight. Kakarot did it. He actually did it. He became a Super Saiyan, and he killed Frieza. Well done, Kakarot. Seems like he's gonna have to find his way back to Earth though. But back on Earth, Goku knows. He'll see Raditz again someday. He'll find a way back here. And hopefully, that time will be soon. Some time passes, and on Earth, a ship arrives. Is it Raditz? It does look like one of Frieza's ships, so maybe he took one from planet Namek and came back that way. But as the ship lands, everyone can sense some different powers on it, and Goku can immediately tell. 2 of those powers, they're very familiar. And then there's one big power. He can't tell who it is, but they're all definitely hostile. Those 2 powers, it was Nappa and Vegeta, healed from their fight, having returned to Earth once more. They're the first to step off the ship, with someone else behind them. It looks like a bigger Frieza. It's King Cold, Frieza's father. After Frieza's defeat, King Cold of course wanted to seek out who killed him. The Namekians made haste. Guru died not too long after, but they already had the new Elder Mori taken over. And as he made a new set of Dragon Balls, he made Purunga transport the planet somewhere else, keeping everyone safe. But Raditz was still stuck in there in the meantime, and there's a specific reason he decided to stay, but we aren't covering that right now. Although, he's fine with it. He doesn't mind remaining here a little bit longer. But because of this, that meant King Cold couldn't find Namek. So, they went to the next best place, with Vegeta and Nappa guiding him towards Earth. A place where there might be more Dragon Balls. A place where they could actually kill the people that killed Frieza. Of course, Vegeta and Nappa don't care about that revenge. They just care about the Dragon Balls. And honestly, King Cold doesn't really care either. He mainly just wants to get rid of the Super Saiyan, and maybe get immortality as well. Sounds like a cool wish. And King Cold tells the 2 Saiyans, fetch him the Dragon Balls. He trusts that they won't use them for themselves. First of all, they don't even know how to activate the Dragon Balls. And second of all, if they do try to double cross him, King Cold knows that he's more than strong enough to find them and stop them before they do so. Vegeta and Nappa happily oblige, but they know that King Cold's getting in over his head. If Kakarot truly is a Super Saiyan that defeated Frieza, there's no way that King Cold's gonna stand a chance against him. It's a win-win. King Cold and Kakarot will kill each other off, and in the meantime, they can get the Dragon Balls. 2 birds with 1 stone. As long as King Cold and Kakarot hold each other off for long enough, once Vegeta and Nappa get the Dragon Balls, they can quickly make a wish. They're sure they can figure out some way to activate it, but they underestimate how strong Goku truly is. The battle between him and King Cold is relatively quick, especially because Goku doesn't want King Cold doing any more destruction like Frieza. He immediately transforms, wiping King Cold off the face of the earth. And not to mention, while Vegeta and Nappa are gathering the Dragon Balls, some of the other warriors come to fight them. And surprisingly, they're incredibly powerful as well. How is this happening? They didn't account for this. They thought they'd only have to face weaklings while King Cold took on the Saiyan. And more importantly, Kakarot then shows up. How did he win that quickly? Vegeta and Nappa can't believe it. And Goku's standing there, in Super Saiyan, staring them down. Vegeta and Nappa have no clue of what to do or what to think. And this is where we'll leave off for now. What'd you guys think about this part? What's gonna happen next time? Let me know your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. I'd love to see what you guys think. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already, especially if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.